Aloha! Come with me to Kauai. Starting off at JFK, we have a very early flight and we're grabbing some breakfast first before our long flight. We gotta fuel up because it's going to be a long travel day. We are coming from New York, so I believe it will be more than 10 hours flight. Since there's no direct flight to Kauai, we have a layover in Honolulu before we head to the Garden Island, and here we are, touchdown to Kauai. It's my first time. So first things first, we gotta grab some coffee at Mokihana Cafe for some matcha and coffee, and even the dogs here look so relaxed, living their best island life. Thank you, Mokihana, for that amazing matcha, just exactly what I needed. The weather is perfect, sunny but breezy. On the way, we saw Sunrise Coffee by the road and grab a chai. Why is every chai in Kauai so good? So we made it to the beach, but the wind was so strong, so instead of swimming, we did what we do best, like taking photos, of course. I'm talking about lots of photos. Gotta make the most of that golden lighting. After a mini photo shoot, we decided to just, lay down and enjoy the sun for a bit. If you're planning to visit Hawaii during winter, trust me, it gets chilly at night, so make sure to pack a light jacket so you stay comfortable while enjoying those evening island breezes. And a lot of the restaurants are actually outdoors, so I highly recommend you to bring jacket. After morning well spent at the beach, it was time to eat. We headed to Gaylord's, a beautiful restaurant that used to be a sugarcane plantation. That was a really long entrance, so you can't come here without a car. I think everywhere in Hawaii you need to have a car so you could go around the island. The place had such a classic charm to it with open air seating. The atmosphere here is so peaceful, you get a nice breeze while eating. We ordered some French dip burger, is that what you call it? I forgot, and some meatloaf and pasta. The food was okay, not a typical Hawaiian food, but it's nice to try. There's also a pottery studio next door where you can take class. We didn't have time to try it, but it looked fun, and there's Mr. Pulgoso who greeted us. I don't know, I just made up that name. They also have rum tasting in the facility, which we did not try because we're not a rum drinker. Now onto the road to our next stop. I think what I'm going to miss the most about Hawaii is the traffic-free roads, no endless honking, no rush hour, just smooth drive with a scenic view. We arrived at Kauai Coffee. They have a cute gift shop at the entrance and they offer a lot of free coffee tasting. And of course, hindi tayo papahuli sa free tasting. I got the banana flavored coffee and no surprise, it tastes like banana. After all the chai and matcha we've had, there's no way we're leaving without grabbing a full-size coffee to go. And then chismisan very, very light. We've also got some brownies that is very sweet. Gotta make sure we're fully caffeinated and sugar rush for the rest of our adventure. And this is the part where I started feeling a little nervous because let's just say I've had a very traumatic boat experience in Cartagena. If you're curious about what happened, well, that's for you to experience. Let's just hope that history doesn't repeat itself on this trip. This is a sunset cruise, and yes, we saw whales, well, whale tails to be exact. We didn't get to see the full body, but at least we got a little glimpse. But honestly, the sunset made up for everything. The sky turned into the most beautiful shades of orange, and for the moment, everything just so peaceful. And now here's the sunrise, just as beautiful. Again, mornings in Hawaii can be pretty chilly. I'm excited about this one. Started the day at Java Kai, finally trying their famous drinks, and again, the chai here is the next level. It's just so good. As we drive around, we pass by the tree tunnel, which was planted by Filipino workers. A very cool little piece of history. And that information is based on my tour guide, which is Google. Then we checked out Spouting Horn, a natural blowhole where water shoots up through the rocks. It was a bit cloudy that day, but still a cool spot to visit. And yes, there were chickens everywhere, like everywhere. Adobo in Tinola is waving. Char lang. I'll say this again, the scenic views here just don't do justice on video. Like no matter how many clips I take, it's so much more breathtaking in person. we arrived at Hanalei, about 30 to 40 minutes drive from our hotel. It's on the other side of the island, and the drive itself is already so scenic. This isn't Chinatown, but definitely it has a laid-back local vibe with lots of food trucks serving amazing food, which is pretty cool. We've had some pork ribs and chicken while surrounded by chickens. And finally, I will get to experience a Hawaiian luau. We went to Smith's Garden, which is located across our hotel, and you will be greeted by chickens. During the show, they actually explained the history behind all the chickens in Hawaii. Apparently, hurricanes in the past blew away coops, setting the chickens free, and then since then, the chicken just lived there. There was a trolley that takes you on a short tour around the garden. It was nice and relaxing ride. It gives you a chance to, take the beautiful scenery while learning more about the area. And it was really a big garden. I'm not sure if I've ever seen peacock in real life before, but I'm so amazed when I finally did. The colors were so pretty. Pero medyo masungit siya. And here's the dining area where we are having the luau. It's giving kasalan sa barrio, if you know what I mean. The show started with a pig ceremony, but then out of nowhere it started pouring rain, like rain. When it was time to eat, there's live singers started playing and singing beautiful Hawaiian songs. They even taught us some Hawaiian dance move, which is honestly, I enjoy that part. And the best highlight of the event was definitely the cultural show. They even played tinikling. They danced tinikling. Because apparently Filipinos have been a big part of Hawaii's history. Proud moment. And just like that, we ended our trip on a sweet note. We went to Liliha Bakery to get some food. I'm so glad we got to squeeze this in before heading home. But of all the days, of course, a storm decided to show up right when we were flying back to New York. Our flight was delayed for 6 hours, so what else was there to do? Eat and have some coffee, of course. This whole experience has been nothing short of amazing, from breathtaking views, incredible food and culture. Hawaii has been unforgettable. Mahalo!